Hey, our group is Global Warming. I'm Bobby Stevens, and this is Justin Larrabee. We'll start off with our bias. I believe that global warming is more so just the climate changing naturally over the years, and that it's kind of false what the scientists are saying about it these days. I think that it's just a common event and that is not man-made, and that by burning fossil fuels we are not stimulating and hurting the ecosystem and the environment.
I also believe that global warming is not caused by man. I do agree that it's happening, but not because of man. Um, I agree with Bobby's point of view that it's just like a natural cycle of the Earth, and it's just going to continue to get warmer and then eventually turn into an ice age. It's just a cycle of ups and downs.
And then we'll move into articles. My article kind of reiterates my point that global warming is false, and that's what I did my core one on. My article goes on to talk about how it is just a natural continuing cycle, and that instead of being more worried about how to stop global warming, we should worry more about how we can maintain the Earth cycle and just kind of go along with it, adapt to it rather than try to change it. And that's pretty much the gist of the article.
My article kind of states something similar also about cycles. Only what I found here is that articles have found that scientists have discovered that the Earth has about a 1,500-year climate cycle change. Basically, what happens is every 1,500 years, our Earth will go through either a heating or cooling cycle. Since about 1850, like our Earth has started to go warm, and it's going to last probably for another about 500 years till we start to cool off again. Um,
And that's pretty much like the point of view of all the articles that we've done. Me and him both done like 8, I think now, so we posted them all on there. And pretty much all of them are the same thing. Global warming is kind of fake. It's more of a political advantage for politics. They use it more so to try to pass bills, and they're using it a lot in Congress right now, and don't really believe that. So, and that's kind of what the articles say.
I would also like to point out that many scientists have actually signed a petition stating that global warming is not caused by man, but is also a normal global cycle. Um, about 3% of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is actually from humans, and there's no way that has an impact on our environment. I'd also like to say that MIT did a study on the environment and showed that our Earth's atmosphere naturally controls hydroxyl levels, and hydroxyls are free radicals that take away greenhouse gases. And it's shown that in the winter months, those levels are a bit higher, which is why it kind of cools down a little bit. And in the summer, those levels are lower.
Yeah, and one of the main promoters of global warming when it was first coming out, has issued a new statement saying that he does not believe in it anymore, and he has a quote right here that I'd like to read for y'all. What we are seeing really is just another interglacial phase within our big icehouse climate. It is really farcical because the climate has been changing constantly. What we should do is be more aware of the fact that it is changing and that we should be ready to adapt to the change. So I think what he's kind of saying there is that instead of spending money on useless programs, that right now they're trying to eliminate all the, we're getting stricter CO2 emission standards. Instead of doing that and putting us, more in depth, we should work on more like trying to adapt and saying, well, you know what, we know this is happening. I don't think we're really the cause of it, but maybe we can find something to do, that will, not put us in more debt.
Scientists have also found that climate change has not really changed much at all since the days of the dinosaurs. And they also have found that water evaporation is causing global warming more than carbon dioxide. Water evaporating is at least 100 times worse than releasing carbon dioxide into the environment.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it has right here. Like, I wish we could kind of get a picture of this chart right here, but it starts out over 800,000 years ago, where the major change in temperature was -2 degrees. Then we go a step forward to 4,000 years ago, where the change in temperature was a degree higher, and then we go to 200,000 years ago, where we're again 4 degrees under average temperature, and then we go 100,000 years ago, where we're 2 degrees higher. So it's like just keeps on going up and down, up and down. lost the computer there. And that's pretty much it for our thing.
Also, it's been proven that leading to ice ages, there's always like a heating cycle, and to prove that the ocean controls the climate, basically. In areas where you have colder water, you're going to see colder climates. People claim that glaciers melting is a sign of global warming. Well, it's not. If you actually look at ocean temperatures over the past 10 years, you'll see that they've been dropping. And you can obviously see that our climate's getting colder. Right now, it's like almost the end of March, and it's still 50 something degrees in the middle of the night. I mean, our climate is getting colder, and it's going to continue to for the next 500 years or so until we reach a stable ice age.
All said. I think that concurs our speech here, and I think we're good.